Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. I hope you had a wonderful Valentine's Day. Those of you who have already finished with your Valentine's Day, I hope it was wonderful. Those of you who are still yet to go out and do your Valentine's, I hope your plans are set and you have a wonderful time, whomever is your Valentine. And I do hope to say this much regarding Valentine's. I would suggest that you try and keep Valentine's Day like New Year resolutions, that you try and do it every day. Try and be respectful to each other and love each other and hold each other every day and not only do it once a year. It is nice to remember it as a milestone, but it's something you should try and do every day. Be, compassionate, affectionate, empathetic towards each other, and understand the other person is pretty much doing the same thing you're doing and in the same condition as you are. They're also humans and they go through the same set of emotions you do. That said, enough about Valentine's. I thought I'll dive right into TTK. Before I get into TTK, I just wanted to talk about what is happening with NATCO. Like I said in yesterday's video, there is a lot of pain which might be there in the coming quarters, not quarters. So that is management of NATCO itself has laid it out. So don't be surprised when you see this kind of movement as far as price of NATCO is concerned in the market. That is why I'm saying there will be volatility for some time. So keep investing in tiffin coffee ranges. Fundamentally, nothing wrong with the business. The management is sound. Everything is fine. These are business cycles, which I spoke with Dana in a video. And I think it was a podcast where me and him spoke about it, and then I deep dived into the cycles of business in pharma, especially in NATCO, and we spoke and explained how their cycles work, product cycles work, and that is what is happening and it's playing out now. Before we were told it's going to happen, now it's unfolding, so you can see the pressures which is happening, and that is what is leading to this. These are opportunities for especially people who have very small budgets to invest in. It is an opportunity for them to dip into these stocks which may get priced out sometime in the future. You can't look at a Trent anymore. You can't look at, a Tata Investment Corp anymore. You can't look at a Bajaj Holdings anymore. So these companies at one point, believe it or not, were quite affordable. Even Infosys, they're quite affordable. When Mr. Market decides to shake things up and open doors for you, you should consider it. As long as you know what you're doing. There also it's important. This kind of shake-up is happening throughout the Indian companies, throughout the stocks in listed Indian companies, because if you see quarter earnings across the board, not many of them have done well. Most of them have done terrible. Some of them done okay. Some of them are polishing a stone and saying it's a diamond, which is difficult to swallow. But by and large, there are a lot of opportunities opening up. Lots of corrections are being seen. So you need to be sure that you know what you're doing before you just see something on sale. In a supermarket, when you see something on sale, there is a reason for it is on sale. Either the product is about to expire or the product is not great and it's not selling. So those are reasons for sale. Same way, when you see a stock for sale, there are reasons for that sale. So just don't assume some past data, whatever you've seen on, or some stories you've heard on, you cannot invest based on that. And a lot of you have been asking that since this pain is there, what should you do with your mutual funds? There also, Anand has given plenty of advice as far as active funds are concerned. As far as passive funds are concerned, you should be fine if you're investing in the long term. If you need funds, immediately, let's say you've invested a year back and you need all this money coming up soon. Like someone I spoke to needs to pay his insurance premium, and he's wondering if he should pull it out of his mutual funds and pay that insurance premium. I told him, if you have no other money, if you need to, please immediately take it out. I do not know where it's going to go in the short term. If you have expenses which you need, market is not the place to keep your money parked at. If you need money in the next year or two, keep that in mind. So that said, keep your tiffin coffee range investing and keep all what I said in mind. This is also true when it comes to TTK Prestige, which I'm going to talk about now. And yes, it's a great company. It's an old company. It's a fabulous company. But is it the time to buy or not? It's purely up to you. Don't expect me to tell you yes, no, now. That I'm not going to do. We have done this dance enough for you to know that I expect you to spend a little bit of your gray matter and decide for yourself. And whichever way you decide to go, remember to keep it in tiffin coffee. I keep repeating and stressing on this. Someone was poking fun of me saying, all the stuff you guys have been looking at have all turned red. Then someone retorted to him saying, is it so? What is green, you first tell me? Which is very true. And I love that statement. Because, when things in the market broadly are going down, when there's economic slowdown, when there's, macro conditions looming the way they are, yes, you have to keep investing. Though your portfolio may look red or green or whatever, you are looking at businesses and you're looking at opportunities in investing. So keep that in mind. That said, Prestige, India's leading kitchen and home appliance brand. It's a South Indian Chennai brand. It's a brand which I've known very well. I've done a lot of work with them long ago when I was running businesses. I've done all kinds of promotion work with them. And they're a great company and the management is very good. They're a very conservative company, I would say, in terms of the way they go about engaging in business. They're not a flashy company. They're very safe and sound, and they take considered, thoughtful steps. So that's one of the things about their management. So if you see the brand also, it reflects that. And what do? They have multiple business segments which they're involved in. The most famous one is, of course, their cookware, which is a pressure cooker, non-stick cookware, stainless steel cookware, and the hard anodized cookwares. They are number one in this. They are a brand which is like the gold standard. Like the Tatas of cookers is Prestige, TTK. The logo and the brand is an insignia. Most of Indian, especially South Indian minds, this TTK and this Prestige. They have a huge, extensive retail network and they sell these cookers and their service is also impeccable. And they're a brand which has been relied on for generations. So I can understand why they're number one. They're there in kitchen appliances, other appliances than cookware, which is the gas stoves, induction tops, chimney, mixer grinder, and electric kettles. Here, they have been there for some time, but they're not like the market leaders. People who use Prestige on these specific product line which I spoke about, they don't know that Prestige is there, because the funny thing about Prestige is people who use the cookers of Prestige, they don't really look at what else is Prestige making. The funny thing is, when Tata's, you buy, one Tata product, you immediately think of what else is Tata's doing. Funnily enough, when it comes to Prestige brand, people usually don't say, okay, I bought a Prestige cooker, what else does Prestige make which I can use in the kitchen? It doesn't work like that for some strange reason. The mindset when it comes to home appliances and kitchen appliances works very differently. So they've been doing smart kitchen appliances due to the changing lifestyles of consumers, which is understandable. Their product, mixer grinder and all that, is not placed the same way as the other mixer grinders which are making inroads into India. And that's one of the reasons we don't see them as number one in this. Believe it or not, they're doing home cleaning and water purifiers, which probably we are news to a lot of you. They do vacuum cleaners. There is Prestige vacuum cleaners, water purifiers, and wet grinders. Wet grinders is one of the, in this segment, would be their strength as far as it's concerned in this home cleaning and water purifiers. But they are trying to expand in this and or grow in this segment. The last one where they're hoping to make more revenue and create a better brand is modular kitchens. They have got something known as a Prestige exclusive stores. Okay, they're a bouquet kitchen store where they opened all across India, and they're hoping this integrated retail setup will be giving them inroads into more high-end, this K-shaped recovery, which Anand talks about a lot, that more high-end customers would be looking at this brand and their product range for this. Because before this, they were always considered to be a more of a middle class, lower middle class, and a rural brand. That's been their key strength. Now they're trying to expand into the other segment, other side of the coin. As I say, they have been leaders, like I said, in pressure cookers and non-stickware, and they're expanding in new categories like air fryers, chimneys, and premier kitchen solutions. They're not an established brand there. They're a new brand there. So it's something to keep an eye on to see how they tackle this and how they try to engage with customers and create a brand around this. Right. So what is this? As an investor, you can take as positives. Shifting to this premium smart kitchen appliance as an urban market is a good plus if you're looking at as an investor, as a person, as a business owner wanting to invest in this. They're also increasing their e-commerce sales in Flipkart, Amazon, and Tata Neu, and that's been contributing to their revenue growth also, which I can see and I can agree because I've seen them really aggressively market in Amazon, Flipkart. Prestige has been there, especially when you search for cookware. And also there's an adoption in urban Indian homes, more and more middle class and upper middle class, even I would say lower middle class, are looking at modular kitchen solutions for their apartments. So it is becoming adopted more and more, this lifestyle of modular kitchen. So there's a huge demand for this. And being an established brand already in that part of society, maybe this will help them and give them impetus to expand on this. So this is another thing as an investor you can look at. What are the negatives that are really hurting them right now is, of course, the rural slowdown. It is a huge problem for them. the slowdown. It's not only affected them, it's affected the entire competition in the entire segment. And who are their competitors in this is Hawkins, Bajaj, Philip, and Butterfly. In cookware, Hawkins and Wonder Chef and Stahl are their main competition. And the way Prestige is trying to tackle them is trying to make their products more innovative and create premiumization in there. In kitchen appliances, Bajaj and Philips and Havells are the ones who are giving a run for their money. There, they're hoping to create digital marketing, like what I said, and Amazon, Flipkart will help them, and online retailing. Water purifiers, Kent, AquaGuard, and Live Pure. I don't think Prestige is anywhere in that they're being squeezed in that market, but that's something new for them. So they're trying to expand in this by offering something more affordable and low cost compared to the others. While the others are pushing premium water purifying product range, Prestige is trying to take the other side of the market. As rural recovery and as a lower strata of Indian society starts getting better economically, Prestige will be available there to offer them services. In modular kitchen, of course, Godrej, Interior, Sleek, and a fella is there. So this is something new for them. So this is something we'll have to wait and see if they're able to slowly grow in this business. I'm sure they can. Because one thing which TTK does have is they have a brand loyalty and wide distribution network because they've been in India for a very long time. They know Indian markets very well. And they have a premier product positioning which gives them a great margin. So this is what has been the great positives. Like I said, this few quarters have been challenging not only for them and all the competitors. That's because of the weakening of the rural demand, higher competition, price pressure. And of course, the biggest problem for all these guys is because most of their products, the raw materials has been going up slowly due to inflation. And marketing costs have also been going up due to inflation. So they're trying to automate, they're trying to optimize cost optimization. That means to see where they can shave here, shave some there, and try to keep the product pricing competitive at the same time, keep the margins intact. There has been slowdown globally, and their global exports have also started slowing down. They're trying to see if they can pivot to other regions and other markets like Africa and in the Middle East. Let's see what happens as this grows. But the company is a fabulous company. Now, the major question would be, Vinod, you said everything and everything sounds great. So should we go out and look at Prestige, TTK Prestige? Well, that I leave up to you. In terms of valuation and compared to where everybody else in the industry averages and everything, it's pretty much sitting in the median right now. Median, like I've said in many videos, median is the average. That means the company's price has been above this equally as it's been below this. So if you're looking at the long term, should you be looking at it now? Considering the fact we are right in the middle of the seesaw, it can go down from here. It will go down eventually because for it to have this kind of a median, it has to go back up. It has to go down to go back up. So is it going to be now? That's tough for me to say. How strong is this recovery going to be and how soon will the recovery be is the question. Till then, this pain, not only for Prestige, Hawkins, Bajaj, Philips, Havells, all of them are going to suffer with this. So this is a stock definitely worth keeping an eye on because they don't have any debt. They're a great brand, great management, very old company, and they have other companies in their group, which is TTK Healthcare. If you would like me to talk about TTK Healthcare, reach out to me and reach out to Rupesh and tell him, and we'll probably do a video about TTK Healthcare and how these two companies are related. But this is a great company. The price is up to you. If you think it is fair value now, or you think you would wait. I personally, if you ask me, are we going to buy it today? I would say no, I'll wait for it. Because there's so much of already there on my menu. There's so much money I can keep an eye on and track. If I add more on my menu, that is something more I have to keep an eye on and track. And that gets difficult for me between talking to you on YouTube and interacting with you on Instagram and being a father of 2 children and keeping my team engaged and motivating them to invest every day. There's only so much time I can actually dedicate to adding more on my menu. So if I want to put TTK Prestige on my menu, I'll have to look at removing something off my menu. And right now, I can't see anything which I can remove off my menu where TTK Prestige can take the place. That's the main reason. Other than that, I think it's a great company. I hope you found this video informative and entertaining as always. Shashwat does have a Substack account where he's been analyzing stocks, Indian stocks, and a lot of American stocks. Rupesh should have put the link somewhere over here. And please go pledge support for Shashwat. If you can pledge anything more also, it'll be great to help him and his team out in supporting them. Do go subscribe to that and read a few of the articles and then let Shashwat know what he thought of it. He is there to interact with you as he is studying there in Milan and getting through his course. I'll see you tomorrow on Saturday evening as you recover from Valentine's, or maybe not having Valentine's, to doing something on Saturday evening, which will hopefully be safe and sound. And nothing else more than that. Have a wonderful evening. See you tomorrow. Bye.